Hey, hey, hey. Great start. We have no game. There we go. Hope everyone's okay. Sorry, a little late today. Just as I just stated, just got a 3D printer, so let me know if you can hear it. It's kind of running in the background. Yeah, seeing how that goes. The first one printed okay, but it stuck to the base, so that was fun. And just tried something new just to see if that works. But should be a bit of fun. Anyway, for now, gonna just do a bit more of Ace Attorney. Probably not gonna have a long one today, but we'll just do a little bit more. Yeah. Let's do this. So last time this is just after the first trial, if I remember. Oh no, this is the later on in the afternoon, because they found out there was more evidence, found out the woman who was testifying was just lying a lot, even though she was very, very annoying, as well as being very annoying, should I say. And hi Toad, hope you're right, man. Yeah, so we're just gonna carry on. February 23rd. Still quite early in the morning on this. Mr. Wright? What? The trials? Always like this with you? What? Hanging by a thread? Yeah, pretty much. Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Alright, thanks for the vote of confidence there. Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. Oh yeah, so we finished last time because I pointed out there was a cloth in the exhaust. Don't know what it's gonna really help with, but apparently it's working in my favour, so let's see where that goes. So this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. Yeah, pretty much. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Holla, partner. Oh, God. It's Marshall, cowboy man. Ah, to do with the, bit of paper. What is it? The note. Goodman's note. They say you show a red cloth to a bull and it will fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look to see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Oh, he's got his knife out again. Stop doing that. Like, that's so dangerous. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have to do with the scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. Oh, so we're just gonna get drunk instead. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? What? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? Man, I've missed the stream. Hey Dusky, hope you're okay, bud. At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? Could be better, I suppose you all could be currently. Yeah, man, you're telling me. Gotta try and think positive at the moment as much as you can, haven't you? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't even wearing a scarf. current year, anything would be better. Yeah, pretty much. Still not over yet, which is the most terrifying part of this. So, Miss Star, wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Oh god. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. What is this guy about? 2020 will be 1 second longer than other years. And that 1 second will be a nightmare within itself. I just realised my light is on. Wait a sec. I'd like to resume. Is he sure? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. No. He doesn't look too happy. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened, Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continued on with the trial. Oh. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, this is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. I have an evidence vending machine. Yeah. Excuse me. Knock knock. Who's there? Oh, who's this dude? He's got weird eyes. He's got like, what is it? A renegade. Strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? It looks like he's been in a tanning bed like a lot. He's oranger than Trump. Ah, it's you! Are we gonna get told who he is? Oh, hehehe. Sorry I'm late, Ugji. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see ya, Ugdi. Ugji? How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Ugji. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes indeed. Ugji seems to be his nickname for the judge. It's like he was in a tanning machine with his clothes on, yeah. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Ah, so you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. I'm sorry our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? Worthy. You know, we should all go swimming together sometimes, jolly. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Of course he's the chief of police. The chief of police? He's a top-ranking police officer in the entire district. With Naruto powers by the look of his eyes. Name's Grant. Damon Grant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Oh, he's definitely, like, evil, isn't he? So, what do we owe this honour today? It's been over 2 years since you last came into this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at this poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Oh boy. Glad we extended this for nothing. prepared for a lot of staring from the definition of tan. Oh, wow. Why is there the awkward... I can't control it. I can't stop it. Just awkward pauses. Really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Well, didn't you hear me? Oh. Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistake, the signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean this mess that you've made. It's all a big conspiracy, isn't it? This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defence a favour first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honour? Oh boy, it's Damon. Oh god. Hi, Fretchy. Hope you're okay. The blade, Your Honour? I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, my wonder? Oh god, I'm going to lose a hand. Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch and lose my fingers. If I cut my fist to Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point at people anymore. I'm fairly certain he is lagging in real life. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh god. Why does it keep taking over? Oh, wait a minute, there's a small tag on this knife. SL92. What does it mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 incident. Fame. But it's strange. Oh, it's a piece of previous evidence. I'm not certain, but I've got a feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or... No, that actually happened, yeah. Letters like this, or letter that looked a lot like this somehow. What we got? How do I open it? There we go. Wah! Don't scare me like that. Oh, it's broken. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And a dark red stain. Blood. It'd be quite impressive to break the blade. Find at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. So let me just check. 675 or S. So it's different, but it's definitely something to do with... I'm assuming that it's all evidence, isn't it? It's all previous evidence. It's going to mean something. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but I could ask you to testify to us. About the... Oh god, this is going to take like hours, isn't it? About the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Witness testimony. Department in disorder. Knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodwin. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess! The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked here to this case, so I can't talk... much about it. That was rubbish. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Wait.
Order! Order! Order!
Anyway, we at the department are all flustered. You might as well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Except he's just told everybody in the courtroom. I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused and on the case at hand. You mean people outside? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, given the way this world works, I wouldn't be surprised. The knife is special. I'm just going to ask him on everything. Excuse me, special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that this knife in Goodman's chest... That the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? It's quite a mystery. Like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. So in other words, he didn't die at the time everyone's saying? Is that it? Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found at the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us clues. Let's examine the knife while we can. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. Time isn't the weird thing here. Okay. Well, everyone involved in the case is weird. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So how are things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. Something happened at the police department too, huh? Hi, Bitten. Hope you're okay. You got a good look at your eyes there, Mr. Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, did something happen? And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand you were busy. With Lana's case. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed. What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? I mean, I'm not exactly sure that's like... Oh! That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. Suppose I could help, if you help me by giving the data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. When the victim died. So when did the murder at the police department occur? That's a very sharp question. Sorry, I'm just interesting. Well, thanks for the good luck, Bitten. Sorry, I just had to run it through a translator, I'm not going to lie. But thanks for the good luck. Hope you're okay anyway. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15? That's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our own place at the very same time. What are the chances? I want to ask another question. Okay. Hi, Neo. Hope you're okay, buddy. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.01% chance of that happening. It can be answered in the testimony. It won't help much. But Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police, so I can make all the decisions I want. I can't just say anything I please, Righto, you understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And the knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Which one was it? It was this one. I think the judge did it, not gonna lie. Probably, he's a bit of a moron. In the nicest way. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective? Yeah, we've already had this. Can I like I said, I can only do one question, but if I asked him again... You saying that reminds me of a later case. It would be the perfect cover. Where was he found? If you accuse him of something, it's like instant game over. Oh, wow. So tell me, where was the victim found? Hey, he's got the gavel. You can't fight him. Well, I can't speak of where the corpse was found, but I can say that... Oh, how would he know that one? Well, the evidence room. You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you? Can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again, once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. Let's do the other question. Like I said, you can only ask once, but just go back. No one's going to question. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, but if I ask the question multiple times, you will say, that was the right one to ask. Okay. We'll stick with that one then. Never heard of an evidence. Lyle, like, the kind of way this whole universe works is just mental. It's funny, isn't it? Murder, yeah, they're talking about the same murder at the same time. Okay, so it says to look at the knife. I get this was nicked from the evidence room. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, it's definitely a evidence thing. And there's that as well. I think I've done them all now. I'll press them on this again, and I'll try the other one. I will tell you one thing, unless you ask multiple times. So where it's found, how was he killed? Well, how was the detective killed? So long since I've played this. I've never played it before. How was he killed? Now that's part of the... That was the interesting part. How you doing anyway, Uncle Lyle? It's what we call in the Force call a stabbing with a knife. That... Really? Did you coin that phrase? A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There are more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Looks like I'm gonna have to press him a bit harder. Yeah, but we already know that. Funny, isn't it? Murder at the same time. Chief Gant, please tell me more about the incident. So they were both killed. And the knife. What was it doing here? The knife is special. This is evidence between the two. So I'm guessing it's this one. I'm gonna press him on it. Yeah, I think I've got to present something. Yeah, I'm going to present that bit of paper, I think. No, I didn't mean to press that. No! Just present everything. You have life on this. Right. That's definitely an evidence number. Objection! Nailed it. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest and goodness objection. This knife has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ah, an honest to goodness. What do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on the knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 7 minus 7s. 12/2. This judge is like ridiculously stupid.
I just have a gavel.
Your Honor, it's upside down. Oh. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? SL9. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh god, it can do it itself! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. It's the same thing written on the knife's tag. Wait.
Order! Order!
Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out the bag. You win, righto? I win? Nah. What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. And that was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Oh wait, we've still got more. He was killed. Coincidence. Well, it is linked though. No, it's linked though. No, would you? Oh, don't go losing me health. Let's save it because it's gonna get bad in it. It's not officially linked to the case, so I can't talk much about it. Well, it is. We've already established it is. Oh. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Well, that just got very loud. Present something new on the statement. Okay. The new evidence is from a case long since solved. So the knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe. Hard to think there isn't a connection here. Well, there definitely is. Alright, what we got? Ooh, the parking stub. Nice. I'm gonna do the parking stub because it's no. It's definitely the same date. Need to slow down my things. Just bear with me. I've noticed that they keep my auto comments are a bit over enthusiastic for my liking. I'm glad you like it. Hydrate. Ugh. Hmm? Right. The knife was stolen. So why would... Are we gonna... I want to present the knife. Is it silly to present the paper again? Yeah, it is. I thought that, but like, we're already talking about the knife. Why would we do it? I mean, I'm gonna go for it. I'm already messing this up enough. No. Oh, this ain't going well. The trick here is to present the right piece of evidence. I couldn't have done it without you. What we got? No, no. Oof. It's not the knife. This ain't going well. It's gotta be the blue badger. Could it be? Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. I've got a feeling it can't be anything. That was a bad day for the department. Somebody died. 5:15. It's not officially linked, so I can't talk much about it. Maybe the knife on this bit? I did a save not long before this, so... No! And I'm dead. This never happened. This never happened. Don't know what any of you are on about. See? Look, nothing happened. Didn't completely mess it up. Weak and lame. Alright, is it the blue badger? it's not that, and it's not that. Could it be the picture? No. Time of the crime. Oh, the badge is creepy. Look at this. I'm hoping this will work. I'm not actually ending it, but it should still do this. Like, look at it. That is just creepy. That should not exist. It's not officially linked. Oh, right. Is it literally just to question it? And yeah, it does exist. Oh, it's just now changed. How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't... Oh, no. It's still this. If you can prove there's a connection. I've already proven. What more do you want? Two were killed at the same time, and the knife. What was it doing there? I better check the knife out. Am I missing something on the knife? No, we've already got that bit. No, there's nothing more on the knife. What about this one? What if you turn the tag upside down? Victim's blurred. No, it's just going through this again. I like the way it's gone. We need to have a case purely utilising the 3DS touchscreen. How can we connect the two? I'm actually stumped. There's nothing that connects the two, we've just got a random evidence room stuff. I'm gonna just press some stuff again, see if anything changes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so that one's not very interesting. Something happened at the police department. We already know that. We've already established this. Policeman was killed. That's a fact. I'm at a loss for words. They've arrested somebody. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing. So we know when he died. The victim was found in the evidence room. Tell me, where was the victim found? In the evidence room. Oh, here we go, here we go. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Finally! Chief, the defence's position is simply this. The connection between the two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, how am I the only person to have seen this? The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife was found in the lot stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. How's it doing? doing a test sequence of new 3D printer. The first one we did, it involved you getting a mallet to get it off the base, but hopefully this next one is a bit better. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deducted right there. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. I see, that's the tricky part. We haven't announced it yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially in a courtroom? Probably not. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? You would have guessed. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try and get what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell us the victim's ID number? Sure. Wait, it's not like you'd be able to tell who's who from that. Of course not. You won't tell me after their name, of course. Keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your helps up. The number is that. Yeah, I knew it! Wait, but that's the same dude, isn't it? Does that mean the guy's died twice? What? That's quite long. And we have to remember these, it drives me nuts. 8, 2, you didn't even get the first number right. Well, does this tell you anything? This tells me something. Please don't ask the obvious question. Well, I knew I had that card with the ID number on it. The screen's gone. Oh my god, we have a zoom in. This is getting serious. But what does it mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department? Tells you something. What does it tell you? His wallet was found. Witness. Wait, we need to do this in non-regame style where it's What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Oh. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh ho ho, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman ID number is 584-2189. And? This means what exactly? Huh? Wait, the ID number we heard from the chief earlier. It was literally seconds ago. Started with 82. Oh, I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number again. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number of the chief of police gave us was 5842-189. And I have to remember it. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho ho ho. Sharp as attack, righto. Sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yeah, a Detective Bruce Goodman. Oh my god, has this got like time stuff now? Yeah, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at exactly the same time. That's impossible! So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? In a completely different location. Wait.
Order! Order! Order!
No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I am the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honour, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. People really don't like Edgelord, do they? What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believed it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have I heard that name before? It's the Doogie one, isn't it? Look at him. If this is like, what's this? Scary Movie 1. This is the guy who committed everything. Excuse me, but it's Mr. Edgeworth. Anyone on this premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to you, Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lerner Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Correct. He's definitely getting fired, isn't he? Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem... Whoa! That's not okay. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But sir... What he said that Lana's name was not in there. Yeah, fair play. But sir, you could have submitted the report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Yeah, he's getting fired. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Oh. The connection was just proven by Wrighto over there. Good job, Wrighto, my boy. I was just doing my job. No. No. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. Are we? I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumours. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologise for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgelord, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgelord. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. Ooh, bird. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgelord? Yes, Your Honour. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Is it like in the next game, Edgelord is like on my team? Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Bum 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 bum. Oh, we've got point and click now, haven't we? Bam, 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 bam. I noticed how some of the lines are different from the DS version. Oh, really? Like, majorly? Or is it just more PG? Or less, given Nintendo won't be involved? Well, actually, probably still would. Later on the day. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I don't think anyone knows. I'm a little confused. Well, let's see what's going on. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 o'clock on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room, so he died twice. That's just really unlucky. Is it like he actually died there and then someone was dragging him out? Nah, some were minor, some were swapped, but they're all still PG. Fair play. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Glad she's still in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? Don't want to spoil it, but he died once. I mean, I would have assumed. I'm assuming like he's died in one place, then got moved in his car. And she was pulling it out or something. I prove all these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. They're also rose tinted. Let's go. Science awaits us. Science! Back in the parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department's murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who killed the evidence room. He was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? Why are we on about the oil drum now? She did say it's 30 minutes by car. And he died at the same time.
Interesting.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene. Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not. Blood on the dance floor. The water in that oil drum washed it all away. Haha, ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. She got one of them UV things. What's the grin for? Yep, Luminol! Oh, we are definitely back in the nonary games. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done Toe's test? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff. Not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh, they're actually useful. To test for a blood reaction, just spray luminol on it. Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find some bloodstains. Surely the car should be covered. Oh. Target acquired. Yep. Zoom in! I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood, but you can't see it. It's just... luminol. Okay, well we definitely know... Surely also there should be a massive streak from where the drum washed it. Doesn't that strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's up? Is it hot? What percentage is it on? What? Ooh, it's very close to being done. Then we can pry it off. What's odd about this scientifically? The blood stains... The amount. That's what I think. The perpetrator and the detective Goodman fought here, right? Do you think there'll be more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. Good eye, detective. I'm going to mark up the floor pans where there was a blood stain. Couldn't do that without her. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Just carrying around luminol. And this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Wow, what a cool kid. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag the hidden detective out into the light of day. Yeah, feels like we're investigating a crime now, doesn't it? I guess I should have this as spray on anything suspicious. Oh no. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star. You only trust your own eyes? Not bad, you two. This is a day-old deli box. It's on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Do I have to talk to her? You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It's my fault. You know, I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. It's unforgivable. Hair waft. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed, the events was different. Oh, did she kill the guy? Run to the security room? Then, like, run around, take the photos as she was, like, pulling him out or something? I don't trust this one at all. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different still, I saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky. If you looked at Emma's avatar, you can see acid in her handbag. Really? Profiles. Oh, I can't, like, zoom in or anything. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. I can't see her bag on this bit. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Angel is not involved. I mean, good, but I wouldn't have been surprised if she did it. More than Bento? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they face me. They coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies, you know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. It's almost like it's your name. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let it go? Fired? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. Oh, the SL9 incident. Do I just get a regular case, like, ever? Like, a divorce... I guess I'm a defense attorney, I'm not a divorce attorney, but, you know, still. Like, he robbed a shop. Yeah, but did he, though? That sounds like it's done to me. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... I wouldn't be surprised if someone got salmonella from her fish guts. Yeah, especially she's giving away day-old food. Hi, Rachi! What do you think about this? The SL9 incident is written on that knife. And the note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Ooh. Why can't this be a kit with the Wright? No way. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. But it's the way he does nothing else. Like, he's just been, I've done nothing for 2 months. But if it was, oh, you know, I've done you know, I've had, like, boring cases for 2 months. But here's an interesting one. Is it stuck again? Arr. That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal this very day that Goodman was killed. How convenient. Do you want murders every week? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Let's have a look. Is it here? I want the shell. Give me the shell. As I heard of USA. Ooh! SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? It's like murders every month. What do you think about this? Written on the knife and on... Oh, it's the same thing. Goodman was head of the case, and the stuff was for transferal the day he was killed. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. It's really weird that they, like, changed the geographical location just based on where it came from. Like, based on where it got released. Where should we go? I really don't want to speak to this person anymore. Let's go to detention centre. Let's see what she's got to say. Looks like Miss Sky is in for questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? If you don't like stars, spray her. That's a good point. How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Miss Gant say they'd been arrested? They arrested a suspect? Why are they... Sorry? So yeah, you could heat up the plate again. Or you could leave it and see what happens in a bit. Just heat the plate up again. Back in a sec. I'm just going to do some 3D printer. And I'm back. I have made something. Look at that. It's the future. 3D printing. Woo! My Fortnite Ninja game is having a mental breakdown because he's playing some of that isn't Fortnite. Oh dear. The cable is in the box, and it's on the right hand side. So yeah, you open Flash Forge, and then it's got like an update option. You can't touch the suspect yet, you're missing something. This is cool. Look at that. Still sticks at the bottom though. I've still got a bit to go, but it's a good start. Yeah, I literally only got it today, the 3D printer, so we just played about. Right, anyway, that's what I was doing. Right, what were we doing? Let's go to the Criminals Affairs Department. See what they got to say about everything. You're right anyway, Matty. You're right. All good, thanks, Bird. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also... Like, do they have two bodies? Else, how can they say it died twice? Like, I don't get that bit. It makes my head hurt. I bought some yesterday. We have more. All the wash supplies. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. There is only one body. That's a really weird, like... Yeah, right hand side on that. Just spin the printer. Like I say, we'll leave it plugged in after. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating, but don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Police department entrance. It's busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I mean, they are inspired by Sonic. I suppose it makes sense, a detective that did get killed here after all. So the evidence room is the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got from the front desk, it's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Do I dare? The blue badger is still writhing around today. Yep, it's back. Zormic the badger to be copyright friendly. Zormic the badger. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department have been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Ooh. Sorry about this. Top bar. Open Flash Forge. Flash print, yeah. And then somewhere in there it's like update firmware. Sorry, like I said. I don't know, Phoenix seems more Sonic than Badger. You're literally on a computer. Behind the doors, police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Okay, can I go further in now, or is this just... Ooh, the guard station. Oh, God. Who let him bring in this many cactuses? Like, there are dangerous people that come here, and he's got ropes and cactuses. Like, these are a lot of weapons. This is very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Ooh, what's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. Oh, maybe that's why. It's like if you can get round the cactuses, these obstacles, you can go to the evidence room. Can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. Life lesson learned. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Try not to get caught in the lasso, yeah. Let's have a look around. Look on the floor, a lasso. Loving the tank top. Oh, thank you. Pretending that I have muscles or anything of the like. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. To be honest, I went to the gym and was gonna like get changed, and then the 3D printer arrived, and I just haven't. So this is my life now. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. Why would there be a bull in here? You sure have an active imagination. Computer? Looks like there's a video feed. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out there. I mean, I'm assuming the police would have already checked the security cameras. Cactuses? Yipes, they sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. Someone took my sleeves. I would think just... You're right, Yee and Jazzy. Hope you're both okay. Both think one big one would be sufficient. Those cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell, with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Feathers is with you. Oh, hi Feathers as well. As in, with you in real life, or he's just floating? He's typing something mean. I mean, I would not expect anything less. Hey, Feathers. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, and a leather punchy. A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy. I know, a poochie. It's a poncho. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. Have you looked how to update the stuff? What? It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Just work it out, because it needs to update, else it's going to get other problems, I think. Beyond the evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Like, do you really think that'll just work? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Okay, so I guess we can't do much else, so we'll back up. Nope, that is not where I want to go. Should we go? Oh, no, not you. Anything but you. Oh, maybe if I go over here, is he here? Let's go visit Edgelord. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow. Incidentally, Edgelord's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. So, what's he writing? What's on the paper? A work desk. It's quite tidy. Oh. Nice top. My missus has a shot on speed dial. Oh, I was waiting for something like that, Feathers. It's what I'm going for. I've got like just crates of Stella next to me as well, just to really add to the look. Gotta lay down the law. She done it? Do we think? Nope. This one just seems to be a lot of guesswork. Shouldn't get gobby. No more objections. Objections! About these two, let me into the evidence room. You idiot, what's you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right, sir. Here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. Oh, wow. I'm missing something here. Oh, what about using his ID card? Is that a thing I can do? No. CCTV. Oh, we got a little door. What we got here? This swing door makes the place look like it's some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut, so you can't get in that way. If you went that way, the cactus would fall over. I'd say I'd be more of a yarg myself. Oh, hilarious. I have a strange feeling that I need to speak to Miss Bento Box a bit more. Yep, rape of the body. Awful lot of doors to walk in. The ID card is severely required. Okay. Oh. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team. Oh, she couldn't climb over it. She interested in the ID card? I had one of those 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up cream, right? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistake in that. It's definitely Goodman's, but it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Can I just stab her? She feeds you as well, so... A body with Edgeworth. Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Baba Booey. Still, it's strange. Why didn't the chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Did you take a look at this? You said you wanted hot tea, right? No. You must have to brew the leaves for a long time to get a rich flavour. Is she just giving tea now? We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to her aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Hijinks. Harmony. Can I just spray her? Oh, stop offering me tea. I've had enough of this woman. It can't be her. Let's go back home. What to do? We should begin with, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in 2 places simultaneously? We should go to the police department. I'm not being very useful. Poor Miss Edgelord. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all these rumours. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report. Ah, about the killing of the police department, right? Oh, is it the CCTV is wrongly dated or something? Because he couldn't have dated a body. Oh, the cowboy dude's in on it. Yeah. The cowboy dude's in on it. But how do I progress the story? I've got anything I would need to look at. Humanoid bowl? It's got a name on it. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Don't tell me this. You bring this with everywhere you go. Well, you never know, something might go down. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? Detention center. I did, but no one appeared. Go back to the detention center. I did, but no one was there. See, look, no one's here. Must be freezing of fear. Don't scare the poor guy. Yeah, there's no one here. So I'm missing. I'm obviously missing something. I've already done a bit of exploring around here. He's mumbling to himself. The killer used dry ice. If you put between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's writing not a report. He's writing a novel. Must be the chief of detective. Well, that's not the same orange guy. He's glued to his computer screen. Tell me no one outside the police department? No. I told that old lady, the restaurant, everything. Someone's getting a demotion. The Blue Badger. the Dancing Blue Badger TM is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting edge stuff, very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Yeah, because you'd be terrified. Yeah. Well, maybe I need more of this. I don't think that worked. Awesome. Wanted posters? Did you talk to Angel? I believe I did. I'm assuming I've got to show her something. Yeah. Showed her that. Showed her that. Showed her that. Showed her that. What about the Blue Badger? Nope, she's just offering me tea. Parking stuff. No, more tea. Oh, there's a handprint on the Blue Badger's face. How interesting. Try the crime photo. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the train link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took the photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. It was 5 minutes to the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Oh, here we go. The incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. You're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I ever handled. Oh, it's a cowboy dude as well. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Whoa. Yes, the criminal got what's coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? Well, the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated the case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have? It's when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rocky, seems like you're serious about this investigating this case. Then you should take this. More food. A Salisbury steak. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with a treat. Ooh. Officer Marshall, is he your... are you his... are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And it was nice to meet you back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was the detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. Putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see, thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Right, police department. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Ooh. One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not so. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now is no time for despair. We caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean... you heard about the stabbing at the police department? Evidence room, right, pal? Same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator, you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start, after me fumbling around for ages. Ah, so it's the Marshall dude. It's gotta be on it. Where's the... There we go. So obviously you can't go from anywhere else. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh, hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. It's Dougal. Excuse me, Miss Edgeworth. Is it Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on these premises? Oh, the mic system. Oh, dear. We're going to get a lot of that. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention centre? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait. He isn't, is he? You're Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Not to spoil anything, but he's too brain damaged to operate a knife. I mean, not that hard to tell. Now this is an unexpected turn of events. I like even his ID is him saluting. I'm not going to help him if he's going to keep it like this. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in the front of the room is empty, sir. So normally there's a guard in the evidence room. That's right, sir, because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Suspicious person. Yow! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. Then when I came to, I was here in the detention centre. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one in the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I mean, I'm going to ask you about the victim though. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, right? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir. Please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well and all that. Ah, yes, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as stranger or total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger slice. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or all other creatures. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. The next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were what? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. Yeah, it's definitely like bodged CCTV, isn't it? What have I got? Scared of knife, sir. That's it, sir. Last night. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. My dream, sir. I was being peeled. I'm 2 megaphones away from mute my audio. I do not blame you. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Let's just back away. Oh, still no one here. It's in settings and family sharing. I'm gonna have to talk to him some more, aren't I? Yeah, I assume that. I've got to speak to him more. Should you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea what it means. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth. He's passing the buck. Takes a special kind of man to pass the book to Edgeworth. Yeah. Do I need to press? I'm just gonna go through things. Nope. Oh, not what I was trying to do. Another knife? More knife things. The ID, okay. Oh yeah, if you recognise the dude. That's it, sir, That's it, sir, that's it. That's what. My head was blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean, you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. The ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'll better pry into this one a little deeper. Strike 2. We're almost through. Can you tell me what you do to remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a little lamb. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room. Yeah, poor Grante. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Sir, I assure you I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's my father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Surely they've got CCTV. So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, who we met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room, that's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. The videotape? From the security camera. scene of the crime, my crime. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, on tape. You wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No, I have my own. But I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Oh, we can leave. I like it. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief detective's desk. It's Police Chief Grant. And you sure about all this? You know what it means? If there's anything missing, sir, I'm sure it's almost like totally perfect. We checked all the drawers, under his seat cushion, behind the computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. If anything else does turn up, you call me right away, okay? Yes, sir, we'll scour the place again. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Haha, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Does he just swim in beans or something? Ho ho ho, Chief Grant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gold Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty on that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can discreetly ask him. While you're just standing there, I'm going to walk over here. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? You see that over there? It's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. Sure, why not? I kept something. It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report. It's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that. A half-written document, 221, submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department. Bye, Ginger. Ginger man. There's still no one here. No one at the entrance. Oh, I thought this is where I needed to go. Let's just walk in. No, it won't open. We've already established it won't open because it's a locked door. I prefer Mayor than this one. Okay. So there's no one at the entrance. Well, back to the parking lot. She's just still chilling here, apparently. Present something to Gan. Oh, that's a good point. It's the way it said to continue looking around. I was like, oh, that's done then. Nope, no more you. What would you like to see? Blue Badger. I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Sorry, Rido. I'm through with that stuff, though, I say. Go find a guy who can't seem to be a busy. Guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? No, I don't think that would do anything to present him. Don't think that. Oh! Oh, wait. Show him the... I was wondering, take a look at this. No, he's not interested in that. No, not interested in that. Luminol? No. Well, the bento's for Marshall. No, he's not interested in the bento. No, not interested in the... Yeah, I thought it was for the cowboy. Yeah, I've already examined the chief and he's given me something. It's not this one. Yeah, so the chief gave me this, the half-written document. But he's not interested in it. Oh, wait. Maybe I've got to investigate the desk. Oh. Just didn't read the talk options, did I? Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favour. I was wondering if you could investigate the evidence room. Him is Green Rinnigan. Hello? Now, righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content, knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sirree. You run along and do your best. Now, later, folks. I do not trust that guy. It's all a cover-up. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go in the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Now we get to go to security. Examine the door. Let's just walk in. Won't open. The card reader is turned off. The card reader is turned off. Ah, here we go. Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so grey? I like as he faded in, so did the music. Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him, look for? Stop it. Put the knife... We've had enough problems with knives today. As you may have surmised, here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what you got there for? Get along, you little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. It's like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I'm wondering if I could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I wish I didn't speak to you. I'm surprised he's had a stumbling one. And it's always that one side as well. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with this hombres. Yeah, have you bent O-Box? Cheer up. It'd be really funny if he like changes his whole personality based on this. That smell, reminds me of Texas. So Officer Marshall, you from Texas? Nope, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? Fillet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Nope, that's my attorney's badge. In fact, he needs to see my attorney's badge. Because it's a good badge. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't have placed much faith in evidence. The only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. Police cowboy devours steak ASMR. Steak. Haha, but these two things are different entirely. I guess so. I'm lost. Looks like we need to get evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost the fire for my job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the hallway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Of course. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like they stew broccoli and they sneak in the next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always a dream of mine to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole and prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. Oh, the statute of limitations. Imagine driving down a highway to see some guy dressed as a cowboy on hire with police lights taped to his head. I like the idea of a hire, but yeah. A horse with police lights strapped to its head. Love it. Neo. That's right, the evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what, maybe 2 of the machines in here do? Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and the machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go to the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader. Really? Didn't expect that. Card reader leaves a record of every ID that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you any more than that. I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you just explain this whole transferal thing? We only keep evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in an underground vault at the country service department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed, forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to the SL9 2 years ago. So he wants to see this ID card. See? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? Number on this. Officer Marshall, show us the ID card record again. Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. Well, we've already figured out he's there. He was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meakin say? I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Best thing, he suddenly pointed a knife at me. Glad he didn't do the horn thing. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meakins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Got an idea. Maybe I could show the list to other people with IDs in it. Let's go to the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So, let's just look at the random stuff. Metal detector, a fishing rod, a car that's been handcuffed to. So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard. Graveyard's supposed to have trees and grass. It feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek! Whoa. Oh, I didn't break the game. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So it's true what I heard. Righto, please, still look like a selfish man. Go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's content. To your heart's content. Yeah, it's true. So Chief Police Grant loan me $50, even me? Oh, that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. Guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're boss for a day. Thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Let's have a look, eh? What's this? What's he giving me? Oh, that's just a app. Take a look at this. ID card record of people who came on the day of the stabbing. And I heard the rumours, so it's Goodman. Whoa. What is it? Second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on the list belongs to Edgelord. What? Why would Edgeworth come to the evidence room? Someone came in here twice as well, and then 7777. Someone's a bit lucky. So what we got? Sure, I wonder if Detective Gumshoe was here. There you go, pal. Making me out some kind of slob. Not responsible for the evidence here, that said. I bet the evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. Guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detectives responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Evidence, dreams. Not sure about the dreams. Really? Hey pal, our security. It's a hot nut around here. Some sort of bulky equipment. It's gathering dust. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is. Ah, it's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. It's a metal detector. Right pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving the case out of Gore Lake, remember? Alright, wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this before. Oh, it's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap looking box. Can't judge a person or machine by their cover. You've got to look at their heart. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles from range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. We'll go over it. We have bloody handprint. It's a little warm, but it's definitely a handprint here. It's alright if there are other bloodstains left in the room. Luminol time! Paint. Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art. I noticed that there's yellow and blue paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of Blue Badger. Ah, he's got a handprint on there as well. Well, you might say this is my studio. Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. Just finish these. Must have broken something to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case. The Case. The SL9 incident. See the sticker on the pieces? Piece of F9s. Closer look. And what shape these pieces were in before whatever it broke. You want to try and put it back together? Good luck, pal. That's not a job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this looks like the bottom. Let's put the rest in place. Time to use the DS screen. This is awful. This is really bad. Like, what? You can't move anything. It's just flip it until it sticks then, yeah? Okay, alright, we'll do that then. Well, that's obviously that. Combine. Okay. Lawyer simulator to a jigsaw. Yeah, like, what's going on? That? No. That? No. Pretty bad I can't move anything. Essentially. Oh. Maybe. The controls are really confusing as well. It's just the way you can't get a good view of anything. Like, what? that. That's the top of that. Then again, I can't remember the case well. This has to be relevant. If I'm putting myself through this. Will not accept irrelevancy. Can't you also... No, you can't. You can't, like, rotate anything. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Right, there we go. Yeah, I can't move. I can only move the pieces. I can't move the jar. Oh, I've gone back again. Right. I'm going to spray some stuff with luminol, then I'll go back to the jar. Luminol time. Target acquired. Zoom in. Right, time to hibernate while you do this. What's the matter, detective? This locker is mine. Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. Do that for me, won't you, pals? It's an important clue. I'll document it. Counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. You're a detective. Target acquired. That must have been a massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional, but what's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Things. I think we're all. Actually, it's not backed me out of it. So. Oh, gumshoe. Oh, here we go. Peacetime. Do this. Yeah, look. I'll move myself. Look. Back, rotate left, rotate right. But that's the piece. Not, nothing else. I wonder if his salary's in the negatives. Just wanna... Right, that goes there. And it automatically rotates, and we're back here. Put the right. If this is me, I'll put the pieces right way around in the right place. Okay. Is that where I'm going wrong? Right, there we go. If I were doing this, I would solve it. You guys are talking crazy. I can't even see that! Can't turn the jar. Oh no! I backed out! Right. Yeah. I'm not doing that again. We'll do it perfectly this time. No shenanigans. Just easy enough. I apparently just keep backing out because I hate myself so much. Back where we were. I mean, this glue's really good. It's like holding it together brilliantly. There we go. Child torture is real. Thanks for the clip, man. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Some of the pieces stolen, but they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Right, let's get out of this hellhole. We need to go speak to... Right, I want to see if I can spray luminol. Only took him 2 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. Look, that could be more obvious. Can't do anything there. Doesn't matter anyway. He didn't smash it when he was about to finish. Underground parking lot, then you go from there to... I mean, this must be taking ages. If it's a 30-minute drive and Phoenix Wright can't drive, like, this must be taking a hell of a long time to get to do. Oh, he's not even here. That's fortunate. I have a feeling I'm going to have to show him this at the detention centre, aren't I? She had no clue there's a hamper on the Badger, but it makes sense when I think about it, yeah. Right, it's on about, they took a cab. Actually, I suppose that makes sense. I think the bike is only an anime thing. I will watch the anime after this. Right, no horns. Officer Meekins, can you take a look at this? No. I just want to know if that's your IT or not. Yeah, that's what I've done. He doesn't seem interested in it. Yeah, that's the ID record. Yeah, it still takes a long time. Right, let's go talk to... Oh, he's not here anymore. Never mind. His wallet must be empty. Won't be interested till later. Yeah, I need to get more numbers for him, don't I? I thought I could just go speak to Edgelord, but he's not there. But he doesn't seem to. He always seems to be skinned, so he must not charge a lot, even though he's a murder attorney. Not a murdering attorney. Does she know any of these? No, more tea things. I think we've ran out of time with this one, haven't we? Yeah, but this is like his 5th case ever. So, like, you can't really afford to pro bono that much yet. Back to the Wild West. Oh, he's talking about how evidence is rubbish. I was just at Edgeworth's office, but he wasn't there. Nah, he's not interested in anything, is he? The thing I can think of is the jar, because he would know about the jar. No. What if I actually showed the jar to him? Yeah. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day. That's right, it's an honour. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant though, I'm going to take control and put the case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too? Of course, I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open. Only you can open. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now. Trying to figure out what to do. I guess you could call is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from the case. Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Edgelord. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed, or only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. Our deal cards can be lost. Why I'm on my 3rd card since entering the Force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, right? It's not. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? On the other side and the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. So, even some people on the Force don't know about fingerprint locks. What if the killer got the fingerprint from the Badger? Ah, that's a good point. Because the Badger's got fingerprints on his face. In a bit, Toad. Thanks for watching, man. Catch you next time. Yeah, so jar. Look, this one's open and the red indicator light above the door is lit. A locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Oh, because the badger has a handprint on its face. You sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. It must be taking the contents elsewhere. Right, let's see if Edgelord's about now, eh? Some CSI level shit. I don't think Goodman's prints are on the badger. Objection! Where's your evidence for that comment? No, I didn't mean to do that. No, oh, I am going the wrong way. Oh, I've done it again. Losing my mind. Right, move. Office. He's not even here. Life is pain. Life is pain. Still need stuff from the evidence room, you think? Might need... Let me get the spray out again. Might be, see if he's got anything to say about this. Let's go through it. So you need fingerprints. After all, Detective Woman stabbed here opening his locker. At the same time, he was found dead at the prosecutor's office. Thing is, no one's questioning about this 5:15 at the prosecutor's office. Where is that time actually came from while witness has already lied? See a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. That's fine. But it's fine. Oh, so he ain't got a clue. Okay, right. Examine. That's when he parked the car. Nothing to do with the actual time stabby happened. Got. Someone left a glove here, but only long. Ooh. He's got the SL9 on. Here you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean the SL9? I mean, it does have a tag on it. Rubber glove. Extremely thin rubber glove. That's why they're thinking that. Yeah, fair. Right. Whack out the luminol. If I don't see anything, I'm going to assume I have everything, and then I'm going to go to see Edgeworth, and he's going to be there. Oh! I'm already on it. Zooming in. What about him? So well. That's not surprising. Well, you know what I want if you want to do that. Or we could. Usual either way. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What is it? It's called luminol testing fluid. I mean, it's just called luminol. Where'd you get your hands on that? I'd like some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it on mail order. Well, I better jot down it on the floor plans. Right, I think I have done it now. Damn, those budget cuts are rough. I'm really scared about going here, because if he's not there, and I've missed something else, he's not here. What happens if I spray his thing with luminol? Not quote, if you were gone, Gummy would have been running out in a hurry. You need to find out whose prints they were. Okay. What we got? He's just useless, isn't he? Yeah. How do we find who the prints were? Not there. Is anyone here? No. Spray the guard with luminol. Ooh. Let's try it. Oh, he's moved. Check out this stuff. Looks clean to me. Oh, in the detention center. No, you don't know anything about the gloves. It's about the locker. Don't know about the jar. Nothing about that. Let's do it. We've got nothing else to do right now. So I am confused and lost and tired. So, do this. There we go, there we go. It's really weird, some of the routes you gotta go to get the thing. To get, like, to the right places. He don't mind. He has nothing to say there. Why is he gone? Not helpful. He did it, confirmed. He just doesn't move. It's like a machine. What happens if I give it a spray now? Cheeky hand-printed hedgehog. There's definitely more in the thing, isn't there? I think I keep leaving way too early. Alright, let's click around some more, eh? Nothing in there, we got the glove. Still say, we do need to work out whose they are. So much easier on a touchscreen, yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't followed it up with a look, have I? Oh no, we have. Ah, it's the one with the shirt poking out of it. It's been open recently. Yeah, this is what I'm doing now. We're talking about it's been opened recently. There's a cloth hanging out. Did you throw the jar at the locker? You can only throw objections. Right, nothing. Right. Can't open the lockers with your fingerprint if your fingerprints don't match. You can open it, they'll give 50 cents. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed, so... Can you examine the paint? Yeah, it's what was used to create Blue Badger. So, if that's been opened recently and it's got a bloodstained hand on it, I need to work out who opened that locker. She had a cut hand. So, can you just tell me whose locker this is, please? Whose locker? Not responsible for the evidence. Oh, let's talk to Matey Boy. I think you figured it out. Talk. No. Send. Locker. Ah, he's got nothing to say on the locker thing. Ah, I thought I had it then. Nothing to do with the jar. Nope. You know what? I didn't even see the cloth hanging out. I saw him talking about it, but I didn't register it as a thing on the screen. Oh. No, there's nothing on it. Did I try present the SL9 stuff? Yeah, I did, and he just goes, you need to speak to Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I haven't really got anything else to do. Just going back to my office. Meaning the stuff you had already. Yeah, I've tried to show him them, and he was not interested. He's like, oh, I hate knives. Yeah, look, you don't like knives. I mean, I've got no other chance, so let's go with that. No. Not a clue on the thing, the ID card, no. Evidence room floor plans? Nope, you ain't got a clue. No, you can't use items on items. You can only use items on people. He doesn't know about the lockers. He doesn't know about a lot of stuff, does he? No idea about the... He's useless. Should be able to talk about SL9. No. Okay. Nope, more being scared of knives. Oh, to Gumshoe. Right. My bad. Starting to melt my brain, I think. Found this in Ezra's car. Stab with a knife, huh? Or drive him to do such a thing? Someone must have grudge against Edgeworth. Really? Everyone seems to have a grudge against Edgeworth. Note and the knife. I bet Edgeworth most surprised than anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time. But why would the evidence turn up now? Maybe there are some loose ends left after that case. Here we go. No, that is a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Serial killing? Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. The killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. This was 2 years ago. That put Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumour mill. About the forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up when with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 case. So, that switchblade knife, the victim took the knife out the evidence locker himself? Hey, look at the time. There was something you needed to be going to? It's just that Edgeworth's... Oh, finally. I'm gonna give them my report for the day. That's a restaurant menu. Might help, you know. Report, you mean the note written in the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. And I'm gonna follow you. I should probably see what he has to say too. Are we actually free? Free. We're free! Dreeps! Oh, it's this. Oh no, what's he doing here? Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecution inquiry. I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Edgeworth. I think this whole time has really taken a toll on him. Right. Let's do this. Inquiry committee. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Yes, apparently there are some who believed that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Was it with... What is it with Edgeworth for not reading reported info? I know. Again, I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Yes, any further investigation... It's because of, like, all the, stuff he's got around his neck, it gets in his way when he's reading. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. Why, ask you? Why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Right, let's get to the bottom of this, eh? Glove. No, I don't want to look at the glove. Right. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case. That's pretty fair. ID card record. That is definitely what he needs to see. Oh, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police? You wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. You told me you wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can you ask what case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. Better make a note of it. Interesting. Unrelated case. Stubborn as always, I told you this had nothing to do with the current case. ID 59. No, you don't want to talk to me about this. No, still don't want to talk to me about it. Oh, don't do this to me, please. Oh, and some dark suspicion you're wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Grant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Edgelord? What I want to know is why a Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, blood would be on my hands. We won on our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted you to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Yeah, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright, we're using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints? Ooh. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me, are you sure? We're the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm ready. No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprints files for everyone involved. Oh yeah, thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprints. Well, let's get going. Time to test the Blue Badger. I have a lot of stuff on this one. Like, a lot. I want to use it. Let me use it. Yeah, now we can go get fingerprints. Spending hours going back and forth to the to the police station. Let's use the secret weapon. Please stop badgering my witness. Can you please stop blue badgering my witness? Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Each finger leave behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. I mean, it's obviously this one. Okay, now time to check the prints. And we're starting to get that sparkle in our eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminium pinion around. The aluminium powder. With enter, see? Oh wow, she's got really meta. It looks like it did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How do I do that? With an E! Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles of a birthday cake. Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to. Oh, was this one of them things that they did on the 3DS where you like blew into the 3DS and it did stuff? You just pour the powder on the thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Enter. E. Just gonna cover everything. You know, gotta make sure it's all good and covered. And blow. There we go. It's not a very clear fingerprint. Oh, I missed a slightly small section. It is the bit on the DS where you had to do that. I can't remember what game I did it. I played that, you had to do that. What does it mean? It means, right, look. Person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time. Hey, calm down. Just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations, but it does seem a shame. Well, right, why don't we look for other prints? Looking at the locker door again, closely. Yeah, I see it. Let's get it all nice and dusty. Look at that, that's a print and a half, isn't it? No one's going to be questioning my prints now. Except the game, apparently, because I'm missing something. Oh, come on! There we go. Print so clear it's dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Edgelord. Point out the person you think left these prints. How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? It's not him. It's not him. Not him. Not him. Is him. Wow, it's like the future. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong? You gave me this so what look. I guess it's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Yeah, there was. I mean, it's his locker, yeah, exactly. Handprint time. The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too. Alright, so that means no prints. Did you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try and find prints that weren't wiped away. Oh, I'm dusting. Wait, what? I want to check for prints. Come on. Here we go. I like it introduces this concept and then completely changes it. Enter dust. Dust. Oh. Click in the middle of nowhere then. That's a good handprint right there. Yeah. Right, here we go. Not him. No, it's him. told you it was him. He did the murder. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall? That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints. And a White's blood stain. Like, why would he use another knife when he always has his own? Why would Officer Marshall? But like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you called decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. And with that, I'm going to continue living, not here. Oh man, that was a slog. That was really pernickety. You do kind of get the feel with this one. It was definitely like extra, if that makes sense. Oh. No. Ah, wicked, we're back in court. This is where the fun happens. And we will do court tomorrow. I've saved it twice, haven't I? Yeah, and we'll do court tomorrow. Or Saturday. Probably, maybe one or the other. Probably Saturday, actually, think about it. As always, thank you for watching. I'm so hungry, I need some food. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe tune in next time. And lots of love. Bye-bye. Yep, that is creepy. Yep, that is creepy.